Long story short, we show up a day before the festival to make sure the poop is there, this event is happening, that it's real, it's not fake news. We confirm it is real. They're like, yup, it's happening tomorrow. You're more than welcome to participate.
It's great to have you here, though, Ty.
Yeah, are we jumping into it?
We're jumping right into it.
Thanks for having me, Julian.
Apparently, you're like in a pile of shit right now. What the hell's going on?
Okay, well, about 3.5 weeks ago, I traveled to a remote village in South India called Gumatapura.
Gumatapura.
So I think it literally means like village of the cows.
Okay.
He can fact check me on that, but that's what my translator Vivek said. We bought the flights like 8 months ago to participate in this festival called Gorehabba. It's spelled like Gorehabba.
Okay.
It's called Gorehabba, apparently. They spend 6 months amassing, stockpiling cow poop to then throw at each other in a sort of warlike scene. Something you'd see out of Dunkirk, but with cow poop. And they believe the cow poop has healing properties, sanctifying properties. The cow poop is very holy. We can jump into that a little bit deeper. It depends on how deep you want to go in this poop rabbit hole.
I would actually like to, to be clear, for people who haven't seen your channel, you've been around for a long time, which is amazing because you're only like 25,
Yes.
turned 26, right?
Yeah.
But your channel's incredible. You cover stories around the world, ranging from things that go to like political events all the way to random shit, no pun intended, like this.
Yeah, cultural festivals.
Dude, you did on this actual documentary, which caused a whole shitstorm again.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. You did an amazing job actually like presenting it and making it clear like, yo, this is one village in a fucking country of 1.5 billion people. It is what it is. But you got like a ton of blowback from it.
A lot of it.
From Indian people, right?
Yeah, I was getting left and right, man. Yeah, we're going to need to dial back the poop puns. But yeah, no, a lot happened. So I put out a teaser the day after we filmed it. It might have been the day of. We can go back in time. We can start from the beginning of the event itself, but it leads to some controversy.
Yeah.
I got doxxed. My family's businesses are out there getting Google review bombed from India. There's been some blowback. I'm not smiling because it's good. It's just a funny series of events.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's start at the beginning.
Sure. So I go to this poop throwing festival. We don't know for a fact it's even happening. So we have a day to scout the area and make sure it is in fact happening.
What was the holdup?
We just don't know if it's actually happening for a fact. So we gambled our money and time just to go there in the first place to confirm it was in fact happening. As maybe they stopped doing it. Our guide Vivek, this Indian guy who's from New Delhi, capital of India. He's from North India. Yeah. We're in remote southern India. He basically confirms it's happening, but he can't give us 100% guarantee. So we allot a day to go scout ourselves and confirm the poop will in fact fly. So we go there with Vivek, my cultural guide, translator, and his buddy Simon. He speaks the local dialect of Kannada, which is spoken in this area in the state of Karnataka in southern India.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It's a huge, huge help. Thank you.
Keep in mind, India speaks a bunch of languages. He can pull up the exact number. And English is the binding glue that allows all of India to communicate, surprisingly. You'd think it's Hindi, but Vivek, he was telling me that English is the sort of binding glue in terms of communication because there's so many languages at play.
I mean, I get a lot of phone calls to prove that point. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And I think that's why they're so prolific for their IT work.
Yes.
And why we offshore so many jobs for these guys to speak English.
And hiding the Epstein files, but...
Yes. Oh, my God.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. There's so much to unpack here. Yeah. Long story short, we show up a day before the festival to make sure the poop is there, this event is happening, that it's real, it's not fake news. We confirm it is real. They're like, yup, it's happening tomorrow. You're more than welcome to participate. They're super welcoming. They're very hospitable, very kind people.
They were.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Yes.
I rock with them. It was in stark contrast to if you were to visit New Delhi or Mumbai. This is densely populated, metropolitan experience, ton of people, loud, sort of New York vibes, if you will, but Indian version. Yes. It's night and day difference. This was calm, remote village in the south of India. They say, yep, it's happening. You can be a part of it. Basically, let's have some fun. So I show up the next day. I partake in the festival. I immerse myself knee deep, shit deep.
Yeah, you didn't even wear, like, you wore a hazmat suit,
Yeah.
Dave. Can we just pull it? We can't show the video because this will get demonetized and report it. But like just pause it right there.
Yeah.
You're wearing a hazmat suit, but your face is outside of the eyes, totally exposed. Your hands and feet are completely exposed. It's almost like you might as well have just not even worn the suit.
Might as well have taken my shirt off.
Yeah, that's
gone
what I'm
naked.
saying.
You'll notice there are only naked Indian men in the frame with me and women on the exterior observing the event.
So what's going on there? The women are
The women
smart
don't
ones?
get to have fun.
Oh.
As it relates to this festival, they get to participate in the logistics, the collection of the dung, the poop, but they don't get to throw the poop at the men or get in the dog pile here. So
Now,
only men.
why are they doing this again? What's the?
Yeah.
It has to do with
Try to give you
religion.
some religious context.
Yeah.
So they believe in a god by the name of Bireshwala Swami. This god was born from a pile of cow poop, as the legends say. Born. It spawned from the cow dung, the cow poop, Julian. This is real. And this god is a manifestation of Shiva, the god of destruction and regeneration, something like that. I'm not a Hindu mythological expert or Hindu religious expert. Fact check me on that. Bireshwala Swami, manifestation of Shiva. Okay? So they believe the cow poop has healing, sanctifying, and purifying elements. So if you rub it in your skin, it will heal you. By celebrating this event, some of your dreams might come true. All good stuff will happen if you rub yourself in the literally. So there are healing elements if you rub yourself with the poop. If you have open wounds or acne, for instance, that'll go away. But they told me they don't even have to worry about that because they've been doing it every year. So they don't even have any skin issues. They've been rubbing themselves in the poop every year.
You get a good look at the skin.
I saw some acne. That's the problem I have with it.
Yeah.
But the poop rabbit hole goes even deeper as relates to Hinduism. There's another goddess by the name of Lakshmi. Lakshmi, as the mythology says, was... oh, man, this is tough.
You're doing well.
I'm trying, man. This is tough because I want to have, respect for Hinduism to some extent, but this is really tough for me to explain this because it doesn't make sense to me. But I'm going to try my best. Lakshmi needed a place to stay. So the cows offered her their cow dung and their piss for her to live in. So Indians will rub the cow poop inside their homes as a way to invoke or solicit prosperity in their households, riches. So she's the goddess of prosperity, Lakshmi. And when you see cow dung on the ground, it's believed that she resides within the cow dung, from my understanding. So Indians historically, and I think to some extent still right now, will use cow poop to insulate the interior of their homes as insect repellents, and it's just a material to build their homes with.
How old is this tradition? Like how?
The locals told me a couple hundred years.
Oh, that's actually younger.
Kind of young.
Thought. Yeah.
Like you can't really defend that, right?
That's harder to defend.
It's about as old as our country, the United States of America. Like, this isn't like as ancient as I thought it was. They're like, some said 100 years, some said 300. So we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say 300 years.
Okay.
Or more. Because that makes the story more understandable.
Okay.
But that's not that old, Julian.
No.
So how are we still here, right? How are we at this point? I don't know. But they love the cows. The cows are seen as this benevolent, generous, holy like cattle or livestock that brings life to the community because, obviously, they give you milk, which you can turn into food products you can consume. You get your calories you need. Subsist off the cow. So it's like a major, major crime, from my understanding, to kill a cow in India.
All right, that part makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah. And I think part of this is like, it sounds objectively crazy to do something like
Correct.
anything along the lines of this to pretty much anyone who doesn't live in this place.
Well, it also defies modern medical science, right?
Of course, because I was just going to ask you, like, are there any studies to back the claims that they make about the health benefits?
So they claim there are studies that exist. They claim there is irrefutable scientific evidence that suggests consuming cow poop in small amounts reduces or prevents the chances of you contracting cancer, for instance. Many, many rural Indians will in fact tell you that this cow poop is a panacea, a cure-all for various diseases. You have any chronic pain? Any issues with you, Julian?
I had an issue I have eosinophilic asthma.
Okay, so I don't know what that is.
Could that have
but it doesn't matter because we can give you some cow shit. You eat a little bit every day, you'll probably be good, bro. Like, it ain't that difficult. It's not that complicated.
I should have just done that, Deef. I would have saved myself 4 years of fucking pain.
We're overcomplicating it, Julian.
I guess so.
Where are we headed with this? Okay, in 2020, there is widespread interest in India by the government to propose a study by the Department of Science and Technology to research the medicinal benefits of cow poop. So they wanted to launch a study, but Indian scientists, they signed a large petition. A large quantity of Indian scientists were like, don't do this, guys. This is a waste of resources. This defies our understanding of science.
All right, buckle up, because this is one of my favorite strange but true rabbit holes. There's actually a working theory, a legit anthropological theory, that Santa Claus may have been inspired by a psychedelic mushroom shaman. I know. You've probably heard this one before, but I got something cool to offer you in combination with this working theory. Those red and white Christmas colors, those flying reindeer, the jolly mood, they all trace back to Amanita muscaria, the bright red mushroom with white spots, as seen in Mario, Alice in Wonderland, Christmas art, everywhere. And here's the crazy part. That mushroom isn't just symbolic. At the right dose, Amanita muscaria can actually give you this warm, jolly, euphoric feeling and enhance your sleep instead of destroying it like alcohol does. It's completely legal in almost every state, totally non-addictive, and people have been using it for thousands of years for relaxation, vivid dreams, calm, and these gentle, feel-good, psychoactive effects. This thing has been hiding in plain sight your entire life. And the folks leading the charge on bringing the mushroom back into the mainstream are Amantara. They're the largest and most trusted Amanita muscaria supplier in the US. With over 45,000 customers, they're doing it the right way. Ethically, sustainably, and with high quality. So look, whether Santa was tripping on mushrooms or acting as some ancient shamanic symbol, that part is still debated. But what's not debated is you can tap into the spirit of that Christmas mushroom yourself this holiday season. Legally, safely, and without destroying your sleep or your next morning. So go to amantara.com/go/Julian. That link is in my description below. Once again, that's amantara.com/go/Julian and use code JD22 at checkout for 22% off your first order. Again, that's code JD22 for 22% off your first order. Much love and happy holidays. I thought you were
That's real, right?
I thought you were going to say it's for COVID. I was like, come on.
COVID as well. During COVID, they were smearing themselves.
It's real.
This is all real, man.
Oh my God.
During COVID, they were smearing themselves in cow poop as a means of destroying COVID in their bodies. And they're also doing something called cow-dung therapy, where they would burn the cow dung, you would ingest it, and this led to black fungus epidemic that spread throughout India because the fungal spores were within the cow dung that then proliferated themselves throughout India that caused a massive black fungus epidemic, which is like a 54% chance of mortality.
Oh my God.
So all of these unintended consequences from these misunderstandings of medicinal benefits of cow poop. But what do I know? I'm not a doctor. I only graduated high school.
Well, shout out to the rest of the country for saying this shit's crazy.
Exactly, right?
You know what I mean?
Obviously, disclaimer, not every Indian believes this, but this is...
Like 2 of them. All right, 5.
You're being a little bit too generous, Julian. You're being a little bit too generous, man. More than 2, more than 5, a lot.
It's all right. When we say a lot, we're talking 100. It seemed like this town was like a few hundred deep.
Yeah, I think the village is maybe no more or less than no more. Okay, that's no more than 1,000, 2,000.
Right. Okay.
A few visitors.
So
from
that's about
it's a small village.
Who believes it.
Yes, in this particular village, the myth of this god originating from the cow poop, it's localized to this village. To your point, this is not a widespread tradition in India. So disclaimer to all of India, we love you. This isn't an attack on India. It's localized to one village.
Right.
Yes.
How did you keep a straight face the whole time with this?
Because I'm a respectful guy, Julian.
You're very obviously, but like you kept a perfectly straight face the whole video. And like for people who haven't seen your channel before, you literally got the selfie stick out there. Sometimes you're talking to these people panning around, like filming while you're doing it. And like at the beginning of the video, you got one guy eating the couch.
Oh, yeah, dude. That one's tough. I think I actually failed in keeping a straight face for that one. I had a little smirk that appeared on my face. What's tough for me is they say it in such earnestness, right? Yeah. Clearly, this guy believed the cow poop.
Right.
actually has medicinal benefits. So good for him. I'm not here to burst his bubble, right? Who am I? I'm just a guy walking through. So that's great. He believes it works. Maybe there's some placebo effect and he's in great health. And we're over here dying, consuming seed oils, getting cancer left and right. Who are we?
Who are we? In that scenario, who are we?
But I'm trying to learn as much as I can, and then I'll process it after the fact.
So how many people did you take out there with you for that?
Me and my cameraman.
Just that's
two.
It.
And then Vivek, who flew in from New Delhi to, Bengaluru, some southern major city, and then we drove to Gumatapura.
Okay.
About a 2-hour drive.
Now, when you finished and you actually had filmed it all and gone through the festival yourself, and I mean, to talk about seeing it up close, feeling it up close, the whole bit.
I ingested it. It was in me.
What? First of all, what did that feel like?
Well, I would say generally tastes like how it smells. That was my learning experience. They'll try to argue that cow poop is inherently less because they only consume grass. This is a lie for a few reasons. The first of all. Secondly, these cows are wandering, eating trash half the time. So they don't have a pure diet of grass.
That's not good.
There's a ton of trash in India. We can't dance around these facts.
Yeah.
New York has some filthy little rat holes around here. We can't dance around that fact either. We got our own issues. A lot of it, I'm sure, has to do with rapid industrialization of the country, extremely dense population, but there's some more interesting twists to all of this.
Okay.
So, India has a caste system historically.
Yes.
The lowest rung of the caste system are known as the Dalits, or the untouchables.
Mm-hmm.
You do not touch them because they are so filthy, or so they believe, right? They believe these people are permanently polluted individuals. They're the lowest of the low. So, these people have historically cleaned up the streets, picked up the shit off the streets. They clean up everything. They're sort of the slave class in India. Officially, I believe the caste system is outlawed, and this is not legal to have these people work these jobs within the confines of their caste. But historically, the Dalits, or the untouchables, have cleaned up all the trash for the rest of the Indians. So if you were to tweet this, you would get extreme immediate resistance, and they would deny the caste system exists in any meaningful way. But there is a legitimate argument to be made that the historical context of this slave class basically cleaning up all of the shit for everyone above them has led to this ingrained cultural habit of them just throwing shit.
Right.
And not literal shit. There's other issues with literal shit.
Yeah.
So open air defecation, like 10 years ago, there was a massive percentage of the population that just shat in open air. And apparently there's a reason for this as well. Because it sounds like just hyperbolic fiction, right? That
I never
just go
been,
shit outside.
so you're telling me.
Yeah, so it's not like you're walking through India and everyone's just shitting outside, obviously.
Yeah.
That's dramatic. That's unrealistic. But
Deep's like, I'm too hungover for this.
what percentage of India is... Yeah, it sounds like it's a fever dream. Everything I'm saying, right? I just came out of the car. I've driven like 5 hours straight. I had like 3 Red Bulls on my way here.
I could tell.
It sounds like I'm spurging, Julian, but I'm not. This is real, man. So look up what percentage of India is currently rural, please, if you don't mind.
Rural.
If you may oblige.
These timestamps are already going crazy.
64 to 69%.
Okay. All right, that would make
now,
sense.
what
to
percentage? Okay, so 65% of what 1.45 billion is what 840 million people.
Yeah.
Give or
Good
take.
math, man.
Not bad, right? Graduated high school.
me. Yeah, I was gonna say you got a little Alan fucking from The Hangover thing going there.
So a lot of people, right? A shit ton of people. That's 2 times what? The United States?
That's more than.
We have like
the
400,
rural. The rural
400
is
million
what- yes,
people in this
yeah,
country,
we
something
have
like
350.
that. 350.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say double the United States' rural Indians.
Right.
Okay, what percentage of rural Indians defecate in open air? We're going down a rabbit hole here, but it's a good time, right?
We're gonna be in the New York Post before.
Yeah. I would imagine the number comes up around 20%.
Yeah, 17.
Okay, 17%.
According to the HWO and UNICEF.
Okay.
So this is a significant improvement from older figures such as the 2015-2016 DHS
Yes.
estimate of 54%.
That's a lot of people, man. That's our whole fucking country for perspective.
They're going in the right direction.
And that's rapid improvement. To give them credit, rapid improvement. We're really proud of you guys. This is a big jump. I'm happy for the country.
Yeah.
But if you look up how many children were dying due to the health consequences of so much feces being in the streets.
Oh, no.
A lot of people were dying due to the severe lack of hygiene, indoor plumbing. You'll remember, what is it, Louis Pasteur? He's the innovator of open air or germ theory. He's a germ theory guy, right? Louis Pasteur. You can fact check me on this.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, they've got annual child death estimates indicate that around 100,000 babies died annually due to poor sanitation in India, according to the 2017 article from ABC.
So it seems like this is an innocuous, silly conversation, right? But people are literally dying due to shitting in the streets. Babies.
Yeah.
So there's a reason people are shitting in the streets, apparently. And it also has to do with the caste system. So if you were to build a latrine in your home, for instance, a latrine being, let's call it a little hole. Let's say you go in your backyard. I know you don't have backyards in New Jersey.
We have those, Tyler.
You don't have a backyard.
You gotta be like. I may not have a backyard right here, but we got a lot of backyards.
All right.
There's a backyard behind you in that fucking picture.
Okay, got it. My bad. All right, here's a backyard, everyone. So let's say you didn't have a bathroom, you didn't have indoor plumbing. In that event, if you're in India, if you're the 65% of rural Indians that exist, you would build a latrine, Julian. You would dig a hole.
A shithole.
A shithole.
Yeah.
That's honorable, though. That's great. That means it doesn't end up in the street. You don't have issues with babies dying due to feces being in the streets, poisoning human lives.
Right.
But apparently there was widespread resistance to building a latrine, much less having indoor plumbing, because the feces would be inside the home. And if you were to have feces inside your home, then you would become unholy and you would be unable to worship in such a manner that you would otherwise be able to. You would become unclean. And in addition to that, the Dalits, the lowest rung of the caste system, historically would extract all of this poop. Now that the caste system no longer has the same role it once did, people would rather just shit in the streets because it's more clean, holy way to get it out of your system, from my understanding.
But dirtying up the whole fucking ecosystem.
Poisoning the whole country, yeah.
Jesus Christ. But
I'm not a shit expert, by the way. I'm doing my best.
You're doing your best. Yeah. I mean, you got your numbers in your head, but I mean, I will say, clearly there's been some sort of like massive fucking movement 100%. To be like, let's fix this. Because going from 54 to 17 in like 6 years is kind of crazy.
It's impressive. Look up poo in the loo.
Poo in the loo.
Poo in the loo. So you may wonder then, now I'm just weaving. We're just
I love a weave, bro. That's what we do.
So you may wonder, if you take a people who culturally have a practice of shitting in the streets, what might happen if you import them en masse to other countries? Let's say Great Britain. So let's look up Great Britain poo in the loo. This was a government campaign to incentivize people to poop in the toilet.
Yeah, well, this one's even the first one Deef had was in India, actually, but I see what you're saying. So let's go back to the second one you get.
Yeah.
So correct. Yeah. In Great Britain, poo is flushed from the loo. The term loo.
You can't make this stuff up, man.
It's a polite and informal way to refer to a toilet while the world's exact. Okay, that's the actual thing. That first link you had, that one was from literally India. Take poo into the loo.
To the loo.
So this is, it's shortened to poo.
A UNICEF campaign.
Yeah, UNICEF campaign.
To combat the country's problems with open defecation.
Right, and this is in India, right?
I believe so.
So they're borrowing the term, from the British roots.
The British colonized them, right?
Right, yeah.
So we're kind of just jumping around, just talking about shit at large right now. But yes, the festival, it's the only festival that I'm aware of that throws poop at one another. I believe, this is ambitious of me, I believe there is also a village somewhere in India that recreates mountains made of dung to emulate Krishna, one of their other gods, the blue-skinned god, one of their major gods, who lifted up a mountain to save cows in one of their they're fables.
Thank you guys for watching the episode. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and smash that like button on the video. They're both a huge, huge help. And if you would like to follow me on Instagram and X, those links are in my description below.